Hey, if you've done the blood work, you sat across from the doctor and you heard the words like, everything looks normal. And then you walk out more frustrated than when you walked in because you don't feel normal. I want you to hear this. So, normal labs and feeling like yourself are really, unfortunately, not the same thing. And no one really ever explained that to you. So, let's figure that out right now. So, here's what I see all the time. You're the woman who handles everything, the household, the team at work, the calendar for like five other people, and the thing that nobody else remembered to book, right? You got that all covered. And then on the outside, right? You're the one who is holding it all together. And then on the inside, what's really happening is like you're completely exhausted. It's like, doesn't matter how much you sleep. It's like sleep doesn't actually make a difference for you. So you wake up, you know, after a full night's sleep and you feel like you're hit by a rock, and then there's like that 3 o'clock in the afternoon wall, and the coffee that used to work doesn't work anymore. Okay. And when you finally sit down at the end of the day, your body's tired. Okay. Your body's tired, but your brain, it won't switch off. So now you're like in the middle of the night and your brain's going, and I mean, if any of that is landing, you're in the right place. And let me tell you, you're not imagining it. So, how can every test that comes back fine for people, why is it that they still feel this way? So the answer is simpler than you might think, because standard lab work it's designed to catch a disease. That's what it is. It's looking for the thing that's like really bad enough that they can put a name to it. And it's never built to actually measure whether you feel like you. And that's an enormous range between like clinically sick versus thriving. And most women, I mean, they're living right in the middle of that gap. And when everything is technically fine and nothing then really feels fine. So your labs are answering a different question than the one that you're actually asking. But that's the deeper piece. And that's the start, that's the place to start. That's the part that almost no one else is talking about, because your body is always making a decision underneath, right? It's always making a decision. Is it a safe time to relax and restore, or do I need to stay ready? And when you spend your days in like go, 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 go mode, carrying that mental load, bracing for, I don't know, the next fire, and you're never quite off. You never get to quite relax. So your body reads this as like, okay, stay ready. You got to be ready at any time to keep going. So what happens is it keeps you running. And to keep you running, it quietly turns down the things that are not urgent in the moment. So, what does that mean? It means like steady energy, deep sleep, smooth digestion, and, metabolism that cooperates. These aren't emergencies to a body that thinks that it's under threat. Those are like, they're not. It puts them on the back burner. And not because your body's doing something wrong, but because it's doing exactly what it was built to do: protect you. So, this is why the tired doesn't respond to the usual device, right? You're told to sleep more, but the sleep isn't really deep. You're told to eat better, but you're already doing that. You're told to like exercise, but you drag yourself through it and maybe even feel worse, because all of that advice assumes that the problem is what you're putting in, when the real issue is really the state that your body is stuck in. So you can pour the best inputs in the world into a system that's braced for impact, and it won't use them in the way that it should. So it doesn't matter if you're doing the best things on the planet in terms of your diet, your supplements, your exercise, if your body's kind of stuck like this. So here are three signs that what you're dealing with is depletion. And it's not that you're just getting older, it's the depletion. So, number one, you're tired but wired. You're worn out all day long. And then weirdly, you're alert the minute that your head hits the pillow. Okay. Number two, your crashes, okay, they track with your stress, not just with food. So what I mean by that is the worst days aren't the ones where you ate badly. They're actually the days when everything is piled onto you at once. Okay. And number three, rest doesn't restore you. So a weekend off, a vacation, and you come back still running on empty. If that's you, this is not a willpower problem. And it's not your age either. It's actually a body that hasn't been given the signal that it's finally safe for it to actually come down. And the first step, honestly, is just the reframe. Stop asking yourself what's wrong with my labs and start asking, like, what is my body bracing against? Because the day you actually start looking at it this way is the day that everything that you've tried starts to make sense. And the day that you can finally do something that actually works instead of one more thing that doesn't. So this is the lens that I use with women that I work with. And these are the ones who run everything and they're quietly running on fumes. And if that's you and you're not looking for like one more article to read, but you actually want to understand what your body is doing, well, I put together a free nervous system calibration to actually walk you through exactly that. It's linked below and you can find it at go.thisisdrzcom.com/nervous system. And I'll say this plainly. It's for the woman who's ready to look, not for the woman who wants to collect more information, but ready to actually start to take very gentle steps to begin to make a change. Because I don't think you actually want to keep going that way, the way that things are right now. So if that's you, I'll see you there. And if this made you feel a little less crazy, good. Send it to a friend you were thinking about the whole time that you were listening in.